Birds on a Wire podcast. Present tonight, Philip Hoover.
Hey.
Gus. Wheel Day? Wild? What do you like?
I think that I prefer whichever you prefer.
When your birth certificate, it's Wheel Day.
I mean,
when you're DJing, it's Wild.
I don't think it has pronunciation on the birth certificate.
And I'm Ryan Cook. And this is the Birds on a Wire podcast. And here we go. So
we're in it.
The main thing that I'm thinking about right now is the fact that mixed martial artist Kimbo Slice has died.
R.I.P.
Very recently.
Very sad news.
On the 6th of June, I believe, due to heart failure. His heart just gave out. And apparently he didn't have any history of heart problems prior to his heart failing, minus a couple of days of having the health issues. It was pretty sudden, right? And less importantly, a few days before that, Muhammad Ali died, which I think he was.
Less importantly,
in the grand scheme.
Yeah, I think he was he was like Malcolm X's brother or something. Muhammad Ali. What did he do?
I think he was a rapper.
He was that is it. He's the
greatest rapper alive.
The Hasidic Jewish rapper, the one that toured.
He's like really positive lyrics.
Yeah, the one that toured. He was famous in the mid 2000s.
Oh, that guy.
Muhammad Ali. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Kimbo Slice died of heart failure, which is strange because I feel like so many other celebrities, whether they're in sports or music or acting, film, should have probably died of heart failure way before Kimbo Slice. I mean, one that comes to mind because I watched The Wrestler recently is Mickey Rourke. Rourke,
yeah, for
definitely.
Sure.
Mickey Rourke looks like he had about 6 or 7 heart attacks that he just didn't tell anyone about. He just
flexed it out.
He just kept them to himself. He was home alone. He had it, and he's like, you know what? I'm just not going to tell my agent. I'm not going to let TMZ know about this. I'm not going to tell my doctor.
They're going to make me quit smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone's really even going to notice. But
he just had a heart attack at the beach and just laid there for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Became orange and
just close your eyes.
Leathery.
Yeah. But I mean, there's just so many people that I see that are famous that if you would hear it the next day, tomorrow you woke up and you saw in the news, Mickey Rourke died of a heart attack of heart failure, you'd be like, duh, duh.
Makes sense.
There's other Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte, he was the most recent thing that I saw him in was The Warrior, which actually was a mixed martial arts movie with Tom Hardy. It was a couple years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, but. He talks like this now and everything. If he died of heart failure, God, duh, But Kimbo Slice, you just didn't see that coming, right?
What about Hugh Hefner?
He's still alive?
From all the Viagra pills.
He's still
probably
alive,
has
though?
some heart problems. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I feel like that would be pretty big news if he died.
Yeah.
I haven't heard.
So doesn't it suck if you're dead? He's dead now, but I guess he doesn't really know. But wouldn't it
he
suck
got beat?
Wouldn't it suck to die earlier? And it's all these other dudes are still alive. How's Nick Nolte and Mickey Rourke doing it, man?
Oh, come on.
Maybe they sold their soul to the devil, I think.
Illuminati.
Because there's no way that could be still alive, living like they do.
How is Flavor Flav still alive? That's what I wanna know.
Exactly. How does Flavor Flav outlive Kimbo Slice? A guy who trains and is fairly active and probably has decent cardiovascular health, even though he gets pretty pooped when he was fighting. He would get, he'd get to that point where all the big guys, they're kind of just throwing their arms at each other because they're so winded.
Just kind of fall on each other.
Yeah. And it's just I could be doing that. Just put me out there. I can get tired in 2 minutes.
Tag me in.
Yeah. I can easily do that. If you're going to pay me 10 grand to get tired in the second round and just to look like a slop, pay up.
Just got to gain 100 pounds.
Yeah, I do that every time I'm on the elliptical. Everyone's
For free.
That guy just winded. I always like to think when somebody sees me in the gym and they see that I'm struggling a lot, hopefully they say, man, he must be in here for 2 hours,
This guy really cranked it out
Yeah,
today.
I'm at the ass end of my workout. That's what I hope people think. And really, I'm just 15 minutes in,
Warm-up's almost over.
I'm level 14 on the elliptical. I think it only goes to 20. It's pretty high, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know those numbers.
And I kind of say that, too, when I'm working out. I'm like, man, I've been in here too long.
almost reached an hour.
Shit, it's already 8. Got here at like 6:05. You know,
time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but seriously, I mean, that's it's strange that certain celebrities die and others don't. And then at the same time, too, now that the social media and shit, I just don't remember such a big to-do about people dying in the like early 2000s, late 90s. You know, when someone would die, like maybe you heard about it. They're super famous. But now anyone dies and everyone... And the thing is, too, that is really stupid is that people always say on their like Facebook posts like R.I.P. Kimbo Slice, R.I.P. Muhammad Ali, like one of the greatest. Who the fuck are you? Like,
I'm gonna miss a real friend.
Yeah, it's like they're saying R.I.P. to like their brother or something. Yeah. It's like, and it's serious. Everyone does it. I'm like, you didn't know this person. They probably didn't have that big of an impact in your life. Like, you know, there's a lot of famous people that people idolize, but it's not that often, right? Like, I didn't grow up like idolizing one particular. I liked a lot of famous people for sure, but if one of them died, I wouldn't say, "Oh man, you know, that was like a huge part of my upbringing," you know. And
I've got to take a day off work for this.
yeah, like, oh my God, Prince died. Like, Prince had like 3 songs.
Musicians can be there for people when they're having a bad day.
Yeah,
and they just put them on and they make you feel better. So you might just.
So you got to tell your 900 friends that, you know, rest in peace.
because Michael Jackson helped me get through all this.
I think what people...
Some other dead celebrity.
I think some people do it to act like... Or to try to be the person that knew about it before other people did, you know? Like... And honestly, when Kimbo Slice died, I got an ESPN update real fast, and I actually thought about, I got to put this online real quick. Everyone's going to think I'm in the know.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ryan. Now I know Kimbo Slice died. Well, this is ironic because today I learned from you that Kimbo Slice died.
Yeah.
So thanks.
You did not learn it.
You beat me.
You did not learn it. I didn't
There's
put a
purpose.
Yeah, I didn't put a picture up of Kimbo Slice with like a motivational line on Instagram. You know what I mean? No. I didn't do that. I told you physically.
That's how the world's supposed to work.
Yeah. Oral tradition.
It still works. Thanks for the oral.
Yeah. Oral tradition that phrase kind of makes me horny. Oral tradition. Like, I feel like that's a sex move or like a way you describe like a really good girlfriend.
Is that on your Tinder profile?
Yeah.
Specialize in oral tradition.
I like, looking for someone who digs oral tradition.
Yeah. It is a tradition.
Another word that kind of makes me horny, and it probably shouldn't, is shit. What's the word? I was just thinking about it. I whacked off, so now I'm not horny anymore. So
You're like, screw it.
It's not infidel. What's the word when you're a pagan? God damn it! Hold on.
Pagan.
Y'all talk about something else.
Well, any words get you horny, Philip?
Moist.
I was actually thinking that myself because a lot of people are really weirded out by that word. I'm like, I dig it.
I figured out the word. Secular. Secular. I'm like, secular. Oh no, that's like a religious thing.
What's the word that sounds like erotic?
Neurotic.
There's a word that makes me think of erotic.
Yeah.
But it starts with an E.
Asphyxiation?
Very
erotic
similar.
asphyxiation?
Exotic.
That's pretty sexy.
Yeah. I've always wanted to try that, but I don't have a spotter. I don't have a roommate. And I'm all about safety.
You gotta have a spotter?
Like, my profession is risk management, so I'm not going to be the guy that chokes himself hammering one out and doesn't have a roommate that knows, like, hey, if you don't hear from me in like 10 minutes, come on in.
That's part of the thrill.
So what would your procedure be for if you were to try it? An ideal situation for...
If the room goes totally quiet, you're allowed to look and help me.
I would just say you have to actually knock every... Like, what is the time limit to where when you don't have air that you go brain dead? Like 5 minutes?
Yeah, do it scientifically. Yeah.
So I would say every 4 minutes, and if it's 5 minutes, I would say every 4 minutes and 30 seconds, set your alarm, come in and knock. If I don't respond, like, get the fuck out of here. I almost had it. I'd rather interrupt to almost jizz, like if I'm almost there and interrupt it, than risk death. You know? But actually, you're right. Like, I think one of you said it. Maybe that's the thrill, is not having a spotter. It's kind of like Batman, The Dark Knight.
It's a little risky.
Like, the only reason he got out of there is because he took the rope off, you know, the cave. So it's like the only way you can really enjoy something is to not have the safety net.
Roommate free.
Yeah. That's the only way you can really max out too. Like on the bench
I think
press.
in the back of your mind, you'll feel too safe. If you have a roommate and he's not going to be 4.5 minutes,
yeah.
it's not going to excite you as much as it should.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like a semi. I'm gonna be like,
Can't even get hard.
I'll be
bullshit.
slapping around a wet noodle trying to figure something out. I can make it work. I don't care. I want to talk about the golden hours of life. The golden hours of life to me is, I don't think there's going to be another golden hour like during the daytime that compares to the golden hours of high school, which is 3 p.m. to like 5:30.
Those are
when
so
you got
cool.
out of high school, but your parents weren't home yet and you could drive, you know, like maybe when you're 16.
Free reign.
Oh my God, that feeling. And the thing is, I played a lot of sports, so I didn't get many days like that. But when I did,
You're free.
even though like nothing happened, it should have. I
though you went to Waffle House.
I got a couple blowjobs out of it, but
Okay.
but I mean, like how excited you feel when you get out of school and you're like, I got 2, maybe 3 hours. I could drive to my house, take a girl. I could go to Sonic and get the happy hour. I could do anything. I don't think as an adult there's anything comparable to that in your, you know, day-to-day life.
Because we're too free as adults. When you don't have that freedom all day, every day, that little window.
I would
seems a lot better.
argue the afternoon hours on Sunday, right before the work week starts, is probably the closest thing you can get to that.
I'm depressed at that time.
Yeah, that's.
Sunday
I think it's
scares.
Saturday.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Saturday.
Saturday
When you're
is
like,
the
I got the
All right.
buffer day.
Because really there's only...
fresh off
yeah.
work.
All right, yeah. Saturday.
The weekend's only a day and a half. It's Friday night and Saturday, and then Sunday's like, fuck, tomorrow's Monday.
I better not do anything. I got to rest up.
Yeah. And then it's Monday, and then Tuesday's like, well, Monday was yesterday. And then Wednesday, it's like, well, Jesus Christ, it's halfway through the week. Thursday, you're kind of excited,
Because
You know?
Friday's tomorrow, and then Friday.
and then it's Friday. So you really get a day and a half of joy in your life, and the rest just sucks.
It's just remembering the past and looking forward to the future.
Yeah. So I was out at a bar maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and this girl got really mad at me. Well, first of all, I was talking to her, and I was killing it, right? Like, it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes you're just on, right? And you're being funny, you're being clever, you're being responsive to what she's saying, you know what I mean?
You're asking questions.
Yeah. Yeah. You're good at you
Eye contact.
learn her name.
There's a little shoulder touch.
Yeah. But no, it was like great. I was like, man, I haven't hit it off with a girl like this in a long time. And then right when I was just thinking, man, this is great. And she was cute too. It wasn't like she was a big one or anything.
Nice. Bonus.
Because that doesn't count. Like you can mac on.
You can be on with.
I can crush 6s all night. But like when you get an 8, 8.5 in your midst, you're like, sometimes you like lock up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was killing it. And then maybe 15 minutes into it, she subtly drops her boy. She goes, oh, and then my boyfriend. I'm like, you bitch, why were you talking to me?
Yeah.
Seriously, she was
are you
flirting with
out
me.
right now?
But she was flirting with me,
You
right?
touched my shoulder.
Yeah. But she was actually flirting with me. Like, you just wasted my time because I could have expended my energy on someone else that... And I don't need to get pussy that night. I'm not like a fucking weirdo. Like, I don't need to get laid right away. But at the same time,
some
like,
seeds.
the reason I'm talking to women is probably... That I don't know already is probably to eventually have sex with them at some point.
Yeah.
So...
That's the only reason you go out.
You don't want to.
And then she gave me her number. She gave me her number after that. And she was like, keep in touch tonight. Let us know what bars you're at, and we'll go to the bar. She was with friends too.
Well, when she brought up her boyfriend, was she like, "Wow, things are going really terribly with my boyfriend"? Because
No, she
that
brought
would
her
make sense.
She brought up her boyfriend as in like
I love.
we
him
were
so
talking
much.
about something, and she gave me his perspective on it, like how he reacts to something. But she said it, but when she gave me her number, she pulled her phone out, right? And she like turns it on, so you see the screensaver on the back.
no.
It's a picture of her and her boyfriend, a couple photo. So I called her. So I'm joking around, right? And I go, man, you're really dick whipped. Because number one, you felt obligated to tell me you have a boyfriend, which I kind of appreciate, but at the same time, I'm still mad. And two, you have the screensaver on the background of your phone. Like when you don't even put the passcode in yet. Like it's just light up. Like whose phone is this? You light it up. Of you and your boyfriend. Oh my God. You know? So I called her dick whip. She got so mad at me.
Wow.
She was so fucking mad at me. It was unreal. And we had just had good conversation for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And she was so upset. She's like, I can't believe you just said I was dick whipped.
Wow.
And I'm like, is that similar to saying the C word, cunt? Well, I just said cunt. That was- she treated it like that, like I called her a cunt. But I just said you're dick whipped. Girls and guys call guys pussy whipped all the time, but it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's not enjoyable, but like it's nothing to be offended over. You're like, yeah, so what?
I think if you have a picture, if you're a girl and you have a picture of you and your boyfriend when you're screens, you're dick whipped. Done.
I don't know.
Do you always have to see that photo?
What if she's really happy with him?
You're a pussy. Get out of this room. Our target,
I just don't know what
our
that,
target market is 18 to 35-year-old males. What do you think you're ruining our
What's
brand?
your definition of dick whipped?
Dick whipped as in you have your fucking a couple photo on the screensaver of your phone like every single second of the day.
If that's your definition, then yeah.
That's just a sign. That's symbolism.
Okay.
You know, it's a personified dick whip.
I feel like you have to be like doing like basically on your hands and knees at his beckoning call.
Ooh.
Not sexual. Well, I mean, whatever. Any way. Like just
like pseudo abusive.
I feel like being like open and out and open about your relationship is one thing, but being like kind of used, I guess you would say, that would be dick whipped, in my opinion. Like if their boyfriend is like using you,
like has more control.
Hey, yeah, go do this for me, do that for me, rub my feet. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what if he doesn't have a couple photo on his screensaver? What if he's just got like Deadpool? Or something?
I would say odds are he probably doesn't.
Yeah.
so
she's dick whipped. Yeah. And the thing is, someone doesn't have to dick whip you. You can be dick whipped to someone who's not even actively trying to dick whip you.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
You can just dick whip yourself. You can grab the dick and whip yourself. Same thing with pussy whipped. You can pussy whip yourself. The girl can just be like, stop being so pussy whipped.
Yeah,
like,
stop bringing me flowers every day. It's annoying and they're dying. And you're like, but how else am I going to show you I love you?
Yeah. I refuse the rest of my life to be called too nice ever again. I'm never going to let a girl call me too nice.
Yeah. That probably hurts more than like not being called an asshole.
Yeah.
Well, you're just like, what? I am trying here so hard.
You're too nice.
And you're complaining about that.
Or if a girl ever says that, wow, like you're not like guys I dated. Like you're nice.
Like a nice guy.
You don't hear, I mean, I don't hear that all the time.
I feel comfortable around you.
Yeah. And it's like, so what you're saying is like all these assholes just fuck the shit out of you and now you're like.
Yeah, I just got railed. And like I take you out on dates. Yeah. You're not used to that.
Yeah. So you're saying I don't have to pay for you and be nice to you and I can still fuck you? I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah. I set the bar way too high.
Yeah, I want to be with a girl that says, "Oh, you're nice," just like all the guys I date, because I only date not assholes. Like,
thank you.
Yeah,
that would be so refreshing.
Jeez.
I've actually never heard that ever.
Yeah, this is a question similar. That's like on the whole dating spectrum. Would you rather be in the dating world of the 50s or of current day? So, would you rather be in the dating pool, of like James Dean? I guess that's the 50s. Right? Was it? He was like a 50s dude, right? Like that, like
he's old. Yeah.
Those movies, where you're driving, you got the cool,
like Happy Days.
I think that's like the 70s or something.
Oh no, at least the 60s, probably 50s. Let's say late.
Like
50s.
Pleasantville. Pleasantville's the 50s.
Okay, poodle skirts,
milkshakes and
cherry cokes and burgers and make out point, or whatever, lookout point where you make out.
Yeah.
Did the Coke still have cocaine in it at the time?
It might have.
I'd probably pick the 50s then.
That's it?
No,
well, I'm talking about dealing. I'm talking about dealing with women at that point.
I would say
would you rather
definitely modern times.
You definitely rather would be dating women right now.
And I feel like it might even be too extreme nowadays, but back in the day, it was like so much work, like courting and handwritten letters. And like nowadays, it might be a little too nonchalant, but we're busy. So it's a matter of like time and bandwidth in my life, I'd say. So
taking this into consideration, like say how knowledgeable you are now and clever, smart, funny, your personality now in the 50s. I think you could rack up. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like the fact that you know as much as you do now, and you're dating women like that who might be a little more conservative, but do have a wild side. Like people fucked. You know what I mean? As long as you kept your mouth shut, you don't ruin a rep. But I'm just saying, like if you knew what you knew now, would you rather do that or I don't know?
That's interesting. I feel like if you think that it's hard to like be intimate with a girl nowadays, you would have a whole nother thing coming for you in the 50s.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like a lot more barrier of entry.
I'd still go with modern.
Yeah. I mean, I would think that I like modern day girls now because I would rather get ghosted and not communicated with by a girl, which what girls do now, and so do guys when they're not interested, than have a girl in the 50s tell me she's got to wash her hair. Like, at least the bitch nowadays just won't talk to me. I'd rather you just not give me an excuse and just not talk to me, and I'll get it, right? I can read through the lines, but a girl giving you some lame-ass excuse, like I got to wash my hair, or I don't know what other excuse. I got to iron my...
I've gotten a couple wash my hairs in modern times.
Yeah.
But
got to knit a few sweaters.
I've got a couple.
Yeah, I got to knit a few sweaters or something, or I got to study for the secretary exam. Fuck you. Some lame-ass excuse. I'd rather get ghosted.
What's the worst excuse you've had?
I don't think anyone's ever given me a very clever excuse. Yeah. Either you get ghosted or it's just like, you try to communicate with them and they just imply that they're really busy.
Yeah.
Which okay, I know what that means. Like, no one's actually that busy where they can't see you
if they're
at least once a week.
Yeah.
At least once a week.
If they want it, they'll make it happen.
Yeah. I would say most people have enough time to see you probably every 3 days or so. But at the very minimum, if you're interested in someone, you can make time at least once a week. Probably more, but at least once a week to see someone. So you're never so busy as to where you're going a week and a half, 2 weeks without seeing somebody. I mean, it just takes like a 20-minute trip. You have a couple beers. You don't even have to, you just watch a movie and leave. You just spend a little bit of time together.
You got to eat. Might as well eat together.
Exactly.
I think another reason why I would prefer to be in modern time is because when I'm approaching a girl, I'm not very aggressive. I'm really bad at like being the one that breaks the ice and suggests we go on a date. And girls nowadays are a little more forward with they might be the one asking out. Back in the day, they had to have a dance where the girl asked the guy out. They had to make it a special occasion for the Sadie Hawkins dance to ask a guy out. And that was so rare, but maybe it's because of that dance why we're here today in our situation.
It definitely was more of a formal process to date in the 50s where you would literally like say, do you want to go out with me on Friday? Yeah. Or something. I don't know. I guess you do that now too.
Maybe you have to ask their parents. I don't know what courting
you have to pick them up. You have to go, you drive there, and then you meet the dad first night. Yeah, you give them a...
They curtsy.
Yeah, you give them a... Is that a boot? What is that? Would you give somebody in prom? A corsage? Corsage. Did you do that on the first date?
They give you a boutonniere.
Yeah. Or a tie clip.
Just for a regular
date. And then you hop in your...
And you probably don't smash until you get married. So that's actually a downside too. I bet most of the time you're dating for like life, Yeah,
I think it's pretty unanimous.
Yeah.
But that's a good question.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But there were definitely probably less sluts back then too. So you're probably dealing with a more selective conservative girl in that sense, right? Which is always nice to know, like, hey, I'm the only person she's ever had sex with.
Less chance of STD.
Yeah, less STDs and also less chance of her knowing what she's missing.
Yeah.
It's like, I do got the biggest dick
you've ever seen.
Yeah. And you're never going to see another one.
Right. That also means she's probably pretty bad too. So
more of a missionary.
She might just be like the dead fish.
The missionary position.
Missionary.
But then she needs a slutty friend like Khaleesi did in Game of Thrones, where the slutty friend tells her how to fuck.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure you pick the conservative hot chick in the 50s that has a slutty friend. I got a note down here where saying a big poop is like an abortion of a food baby. I don't think that's a topic.
What about
a decent concept?
Poop rights. Poop's rights. When does a poop actually become a poop and when should it not be terminated?
Shit rights, yeah.
Shit's rights.
Well, when have you ever like gone up in yourself and gotten the shit out? Like
delivered the poop?
No, like an abortion. That's what they do. They rip the baby out of you. When have you gone on your ass and ripped a turd out?
You're just delivering it.
Yeah.
So colonoscopy is an abortion, a poop abortion.
Oh, enema is a poop abortion. Yeah, okay.
That's a poop abortion.
You're right. So really a big poop is just an all natural birth.
Let's go picket in front of some enema doctors' offices.
We should pick it in front of where so many people shit a lot, like porta potties, like at a construction. All right, music festival.
Abort your shit, babies.
Yeah, the next 420 at the next 420 fest, we'll pick it.
Big signs of like dried up turds, like
this is what you're leaving behind.
Yeah.
You just delivered a shit baby and now you're walking away.
We should have pictures of like really smart, successful poops too. That like this would it could have been the next president.
This shit wears glasses.
Yeah,
it's clearly intelligent.
All right. Well, I'm glad I brought that
Great
up.
topic.
Yeah,
might have been the best one we've had.